Question. So this is from a student dietitian on Instagram. They have their university lecturers telling them that they should not go into private practice as a new grad. What do we think about that? Peter, what do we think?
Oh, well, we completely disagree, wouldn't we? Because we run a private practice and we want you. Look, there's definitely value in working in private practice as a new graduate, and certainly we would hope that lecturers are not saying that, particularly if you are selecting the right private practice. I believe that absolutely it's a good move going out. And these days, as we know, the job market is quite stretched, particularly if you're trying to get into a clinical role. So most dietitians, I would assume, are actually rolling into a number of private practice positions.
Yeah, so what we're thinking that universities are meaning is that you shouldn't, which is actually really good, is that they shouldn't go out and start your own private practice as a new grad. We're very vocal about you shouldn't do that. We don't believe that's the best way that you're going to become a good business person or a good dietitian, more importantly, a good dietitian. So we advise people against that constantly, and better to work for a private practice, as Peter said, with people where you've got a support network and you've got people that can assist you with every aspect, both in not allowing you to do the business stuff so you can just focus on being a good dietitian.
And we know, we've heard the stories about people that have been in private practice and been poorly supported from the outset and then haven't had the growth in their skills in general, and then obviously had a negative experience with private practice. So,
and we've had people on staff that quite experienced in opposition to a new graduate, but not having had the support or development that I guess we offer in our private practice. And I'm sure that there's other private practices that also offer development and shadowing and all of that, but not all of them. And a lot of the time it comes down to cost a lot of the time. So as a small business owner, when you're just small, a lot of the focus can be about just making ends meet. That is pretty standard across the board in business in general, but especially in private practice in dietetics, where it can be ebbs and flows. I guess we've been lucky in what we do that we have the ability to spend on that, and I've never really been that cautious in spending on development of staff, because I feel like that's what's going to keep them.
But I think given that, in a well-supported environment, absolutely it will make people flourish, but also can make people a little bit lazy, I guess, with their own development. And let's say that, for example, you're thrown into a private practice where maybe it's not as supportive, maybe they don't pay for you to go out and do marketing. I think that would be a testament to your character and your ability to be able to then demonstrate how you can do better and actually cope in that environment. And certainly if the dietitian or whoever business owner is actually stretching themselves thin, if you're doing aspects of the business work that they would think would be outside of your scope and your role, and you're showing how you can do that and actually perform it well maybe there's potential for you to then go to them and just say, hey, look, have you thought about doing this? Can I help you in X, Y, and Z? And then maybe you actually start to become more prominent within that role outside of just being a dietitian.
Initiative.
Yeah, 100%.
And then to that end, it becomes a special type of human, or a particular type of human that has that thought process and ability to think outside of just the basic. And we always say that private practice, the learning curve is going to be like this, compared to another environment where you, like a hospital as a new grad, you're going to have less of a learning curve because you have a team that's right there with you. You can see a client go out, talk to someone, go back.
It's like this kind of environment.
It's coddling initially, and that's what they need to do, and that's how they run it, and that's fine. In private practice, you will have a massive learning curve. Some people can cope really well and flourish, and a year down the track be far and above what another new grad might be in a different role. But at the same time, some will find that they just don't like it whatsoever. They cannot cope with that learning curve and would rather something chill and easy, but something a bit different in that they have time to dip their toes in the water rather than jumping in.
Yeah, I worked for the private practice business that I started with out of uni probably, 6 months, and I was offered to take over the business per se within 6 months.
That was with me.
No, it wasn't. He wouldn't have done that. And there wasn't any money to buy it out either, interestingly. So pretty much just got handed over client load in clinics based on performance, I suppose. So there you go.
There you go.
That was 10 years ago. No, but yeah, getting close to 10 years ago. Yeah, true. Yeah, dietetics has changed since then.
Cool. Answered. So private practice, 100% can do it as a new grad, without a shadow of a doubt. But starting your own business in private practice as a new grad, we would advise against. We're on uni side if they're saying that to people. And to be honest, it was very surprising that I heard that they were saying to avoid private practice in general, because that's kind of a good thing in my eyes if it's related to that business aspect. Whereas I know some other unis just like go, oh no, you'll be able to do it. Go for it. Give it a go.
Yeah, so please tell us if that's been your experience, because we would like to
clarification.
know either way. Yeah.
We're a bit far out from uni now. We don't have our toes in a uni, so it'd be good to know what. Yeah, right. Tell your lecturer you want us there. No.
Invite us.